Well, we're heading for another meeting. Every other week we're going to be doing them. And this one's going to be at a little different park. We're going to try another one. Something a little closer to the job site. As soon as Carly gets out, we're going to take off, stop for donuts, and then go to the meeting. And then do a few door hangers at the next job site. We'll see you at the meeting. People will rise to their challenge. So if you put too many hours in the job, they're going to take that many hours because that's the challenge.
Right.
You know, so.
Not at BST.
Well, it's human nature. It's nothing to do with who's doing it. You know?
Give me $1 million in the budget, I'm going to spend $1 million.
Yeah.
At least 999. Lord, thank you for giving us the strength to carry out our duties today. Keep us safe as we strive to be the best at this craft we have chosen. May our measurements be true. May our decisions be accurate. May the weather stay in our favor, and may the concrete set at a pace we can keep up with. In Jesus' name we pray.
Amen. It's kind of weird without having Roman here, huh?
Yeah. I was thinking that this morning.
So, I think, you know, just looking at past jobs, I think everything went pretty dang good. Susan was the best. But with Tom Webb too, I mean, there was a little bit of factor in there where I thought we were going to be running over because we were transitioning from Roman to Matt. You know, and when they're both there, and then you got a finisher there, it's like you've got some extra bodies around. But
Yeah.
it's better to make the transition like that than
Right.
shorthanded. You know.
For sure. And Matt's coming along pretty good.
Matt's coming along. Made
Yeah.
a lot of progress just
Yeah.
in the first week.
Yeah. Hey, he's got boots.
Yeah.
Got my boots on.
Yeah, we get some pants on this guy, we'll be in good shape.
What?
Just kidding.
He's just trying to copy the boss.
I know.
Yeah.
It's not a good thing to do. The boss is pretty bad example.
I used to wear shorts a lot, but I quit doing it on tour days because it just tears up my legs.
Right.
Yep.
There you go.
So the training, the morning meeting mentality and laying down the challenge, you know. So that's what I want you guys, when your tailgate meeting every morning, it's like we've got this many hours, we're going to try and do it in this many hours. Lay down the challenge to yourselves. And each time you start off, and then you've got that set in your subconscious, you know. Yeah. I was watching Ryan at Victory Outdoor yesterday. Did you guys see that new video he put up?
No.
It was on his Victory 2 account, his more personal one.
Okay.
He was at a event for 4th of July. They were watching fireworks or whatever, and a car came crashing through and hit the crowd.
Oh.
And some of their family friends, a boy and a girl, kids, I don't know if they were high school kids or what they were, but anyways, the girl was in critical condition, and the guy was they passed away. He succumbed to his injuries, you know. And they were family friends, so he was teared up pretty good. He was crying, and watching that as I was kind of putting the meeting together and stuff, I'm just like, man, these numbers and stuff are important to look at and all that kind of stuff, but
In the
it's
overall.
nothing compared to that, you know.
Right.
It's the most important part of these is the prayer and the Bible verse, probably, you know.
Get home safe.
Yeah.
They call me sassy when I'm strolling down the street. They call me classy when I'm serving just the best. I can be deadly when I find somebody lovely. And now I'm ready like a kitty in a dress.
The kids really do like doing door hangers. It gives them a chance to make a little bit of money and get out and get some exercise. They normally have their Aunt Tammy with them, and that makes it all that much cooler. But she's at work today, so it's just the three of us. Normally we would each take one side of the block. She takes Carly with her, I take Magnus with me, and we just walk the near neighborhood. Any houses that are within earshot get a notice that we are going to be starting early and making a lot of noise. Good morning from the toy room. It is a beautiful, beautiful morning here in Tucson, Arizona. About 5:30 in the morning. It's around 73 degrees right now. Loving that. And the guys are probably just arriving at the job site right now. They're going to be filling in a sunken living room today. So it's clear on the other side of town. Otherwise, I'd probably swing by there and take a look. But you know, when the boss shows up, the guys always kind of feel like I'm trying to look over their shoulder and find out if there's anything that they've done wrong, you know. So it's best once you've got a crew trained to really operate at the level you want them to be at. A lot of times the best is to stay away, especially on something like this, a sunken living room. We do a ton of them, and they've got them down pat. It's going to turn out beautiful, I know that. And you know, I show up on the job site, I start pointing fingers and giving orders, and that's not my job anymore. I've already trained the people to do that job. They do it as well as I do. They may not do everything exactly the same as I do, but they do it just as well. So that is the beauty. It's what we all dream of coming up, is finding people that can do it for us so that we can be in the office and, you know, keep getting the work coming in, and that's what we've got here. Alright, let's check in on the guys and see how the sunken living room is doing.
Pretty little lips gonna do to me, baby. But every single time that I come around, it seems you got another man trying to keep you down, baby. Well, you might think you're driving me insane, but I made the game that you're trying to play. You know, I think you maybe ought to know this ain't my first rodeo. I've been around long enough to know some things you can't take back, some things you just got to let go. Yes. Well, hell, I got Sammy on the phone, Nikki at home, trying to get along so I can deal with you, babe. No, I ain't got time to change your mind, 'cause the bus is a humming. Are you staying, are you coming, babe?
Good morning, everybody. John Walden, Blood, Sweat, and Tears Concrete, coming to you again from the toy room. It is about 5:24 a.m. It's 78 degrees here in Tucson, and it looks like we're going for about 106 for a high today. So the guys are probably about done pouring. They just had a real small pour to do today. They were having some issues at a complex. I guess it's a industrial complex. They put the building in too low or put the parking lot in too high or something, and we've done a couple of doors now where we kind of ramp up to the door, ramp back out so that the rainwater kind of sheds off and gets away. And eventually, you know, hopefully we'll be tearing out part of the parking lot and fixing it for real, but until then we just do one door at a time for them. They're going to be getting that done today, and then they're going to be leaving Brett there to finish it up. It's a Friday, so Mikey's, you know, wanting to get off early. That's great. That's fine. Mike is 64 years old now, so if he wants a little time off, he gets it. But Orville and Matt are going to be heading over to a little shop floor. So they'll be grabbing an excavator and digging that footing quick. And then come Monday, a couple of guys can be over there setting forms while they're doing the removal on another job. So everything's coming together pretty well. Have an awesome day, and let's check in on the boys.
I go straight from the bank, gassing up the tank, cranking up the radio, playing old Hank. It ain't that long till I'm back at the farm. I'm pulling up the truck down at the dock. It's time to do some cruising, baby, get a little stuck. It's a Saturday joyride, Percy Priest is the spot to take the blues away. We're on a boat, we're feeling fine, drinking Tennessee whiskey, a big blue sky. We're going up, we're coming down. There's a party on the water, it's a hell of a time. We're on a boat, we're killing time, in our own honky tonk with a bottle of wine. We're going up, we're coming down.
It's another beautiful morning here in Tucson. Little cloud cover today, really nice. You may be wondering why it is that you see different finishers on the job from time to time, and especially you Midwestern companies that normally hire a group of guys and that's your guys, you don't bring anybody else in. It's probably kind of confusing for you especially, but in the South most companies hire like rogue traveling finishers for their bigger projects, kind of have their core group of guys that can do small stuff. And honestly, through the summertime we try to keep our jobs small so we don't need a lot of extra finishers. In the winter we try to do the bigger size stuff so that fewer guys can handle it. And then if we need to bring a couple guys in, we always can, you know. But we do have all of our finishers on payroll, so we've got our full-time three finishers: Brett, Mike, and Orville. And then Martin is our main finisher boss, you'd say. But Martin does a lot of his own work on his own time, and he comes in whenever we need him. And he's been to Minnesota with me, has learned learned from where I came from. Orville has been to Minnesota with me, has learned about where I came from. So I mean, they've gone through a really long and tedious training program, you might say, in order for me to feel comfortable with them leading the crew and leading the finishing process. So we've got a hell of a team together now, and we've got 6 more finishers on the payroll besides that can come in when needed. It's just that with everything being as busy as it is now, they're spread a little thin. They're working for multiple companies, they're working as contractors for themselves, and when there's a lot of work, it's hard to bring a big group of guys together. So anyways, that's kind of how it works down here in the south, in the southwest I should say. And let me know your thoughts on that. I'll be glad to answer any questions. Anyways, let's check in and see how Brett and Mike's project turned out, and get done for the week. I want to say thank you from the crew at BST. We really appreciate you checking out the channel. If you're liking what you're seeing, go ahead and let us know by hitting the like button below. Share with all your friends and hit that subscribe button so you can see what we got coming up. Alright, until next time, see you later.